What is up? Happy Valentine's Day, Blue Chips. How we doing? February 14th. I'm assuming this one's going to have something to do with hearts and love and all that good stuff. Give the world the best example of how to love you. Let's get to it. How we doing? How we doing? How are we doing today? I don't really have too much to look at. PINS, looking for this thing to dump off. CGC is another one, but we don't have shares there today. What the heck? We usually have shares on that thing. Let's see what else we can find this morning. Not too much else going on. Doesn't look like it. IMGN, let's see what that's all about. Have shares there. It's gapped up just a little bit here. Not too much. Nothing too crazy. CARG? Where do you get that CARG from? Let's take a look at it, I guess. It's on the down gappers. Look at that, yeah. What else do we got? APHA, I believe that's a little floater. No, it's not. APHA is not, but the gap is a little bit weird. BTAI is a low floater that's been going crazy this morning. I will be staying away from that one. It's an 8 mil float. Doesn't really have that much volume, and look at that thing. It's up almost, 100% from yesterday's close. Absolutely nuts. It was up 100% at one point, it looks like. What else do we got? Roku. A little too high price for us, but I guess did I have earnings yesterday? Yeah, it looks like it. If it wants to run up there, we'll draw a line here. 168, and then to get up there be 176. Be interesting. We'll put the lines there just in case. Really not that interested in anything, so we'll most likely just be watching the scanner here when it decides to start going off for us today. Hopefully it's not like yesterday. Take a look at some key areas here on the daily via IMGN. Honestly, not seeing any. Maybe right here around 7:15. So maybe we'll look for this thing to double top based off the pre-market highs, looking to risk off a little bit through 7. We'll keep actually, we'll keep that chart up down here. It is cold in my house this morning. I have no idea why. Constantine, what's going on, man? How are we doing this morning? Just going to leave it here. What do you guys say? We got 7 minutes to the bell. No point in looking around when probably not going to find anything. Let's take a look at one more here. SVMK. Really not any volume here, but it did get a little bit of a gap up. Has a decent float. Ooh, it's right at, man, I slept too good. I'm not overly awake, but yeah. What is this? So it's saying it hit a high up here over 2050, but I don't see any part of a candle up there. But looking at the daily, that's a pretty key resistance. Speaking of which, guys, I love you. Where's the stem? There it is. Is it over by your couch? Good all morning, and now all of a sudden Daddy goes live and you're gonna sorry about the Roomba, by the way, as well. Thomas, they're on the way. Balls are in the mail, guys. My balls are in the mail. Ponzi, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream here on Friday morning. Jay Towers, Mr. Jeff. Yes, I do care about you guys. I wouldn't be here without you, so of course I care about you guys. I like to think that we're forming a nice little bit of a community here. Marketing, if you are here today, give me a shout. Let me know that you're here. I have questions from yesterday. You kind of left me hanging yesterday. Are you right? My son is currently standing. He was standing on the Roomba. It started going around the corner, and he's like looking at me like, I'm moving. Oh, that was funny. So we got about 5 minutes here until the bell. Again, really not too much to look at. Everything on the Bearscan watch list is nice and green, which is actually a good thing. Let's see if there's anything with a float that we would actually be interested in and that we can play. INO, I'm pretty positive we don't have shares there. Yep, never have. Redfin, we were actually looking at that one yesterday for it to do something, but it just never did. And then look what it did the rest of the day. Thing just climbed. Interesting. Has a pretty key area up here around 31.36. So I'm actually interested in this one. Thing's really extended. I like it. Just looking around, don't really see too much else. Just gonna probably let the scanners do their thing today. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Anybody have any good plans for Valentine's Day? Anybody? Anybody? I am simply going to lunch with the wife. I plan on grabbing some flowers on the way. And that's that. Just nice and simple. We've been keeping it nice and simple since we had the kiddos. Just don't really have, the extra time to kind of go all out. And obviously, I'd rather spend the money on the kids than her. So there's that too. But she feels the same way. That was actually kind of a mutual agreement that we made, that we shouldn't kind of waste our money on things that aren't going to stick around. And it was funny because the first year, that was our agreement, and I still went and bought her flowers, but I bought her like the plastic fake flowers, and she yelled at me for buying her flowers. And I said, but they're not the kind that die. And it was a little chuckle. It was a little chuckle. She ended up throwing them away anyway. I thought, it was the thought that counted. I was like, well, we did agree not to buy flowers because they die. And it's, it's only like a temporary thing that the economy tries to get you to spend money on another holiday, as usual. And I was like, nope, I'm still getting you flowers. Just going to find a way. Marketing. Hey, you left me hanging yesterday, man. So are you on my Discord, Marketing? Yes or no? Let's settle this. We got 2 minutes. Sorry to involve everyone else in this. Mr. Gifford, what's going on? Special happy Valentine's Day to you, Mr. Gifford, if you know what I'm talking about. You are not. Is there any way can you jump on Discord just so that we can talk? I have a question for you. You kind of left me hanging yesterday. There goes INO. What's that thing doing? I posted the link there for the Discord, Marketing, if you want to join it. Yeah, join up, and I just have a couple questions for you. You kind of left me hanging yesterday, like I had said. I just wanted to clear it up, clear the blue skies, but I don't want to make it public knowledge to everybody. So it's none of everybody's business, since it is your personal business. But I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. Okay, you are in. What's your name on there? I didn't see any like normal signs. Like I just looked for marketing and stuff like that, but I didn't see anything. About 45 seconds here till the bell. Like I said, we're just gonna kind of play the scanners this morning, see what it wants to give us. You could always just private message me. Might be easier that way, since I couldn't find you. There's the bell. Let's get it. SVMK. Went right through that area that we drew there on the daily. So I can scroll out here. This is a new IPO back in, looks like August of 2018. CDEV. Nothing there. Still just watching this SVMK. OGI. Nothing there. So SVMK, it's an interesting one here. Wanted to see a little bit more of a push through 21. See if we can get that. It was a little spready. Alright, IMGN is not doing what we want. FTSI. No shares there. CDEV we already looked at. We're just hoping that SVMK wants to kind of make a little bit of a run here. CC. There we go. 18, so about a point. Here we go with CC. I just noticed the spread on it. Can't really hit the bid here. Looking at CC. Dang it. I wanted the bid to pop up there. The ask was at almost 18. It was at 17.95, but come on. Dang it. I wanted that. I was literally about to jump in, but we couldn't. It was a 20-cent spread. We'd still, like, the spread was at like 73, I think it was. So we wouldn't even really be that far in the money right now. And there it goes. Dang it. That's so frustrating with CC, guys. That I should have been in that one. Spread kept me out, unfortunately. All right, back up here to SVMK. This thing is just hovering around this 21 area. I missed CC, man. Dang it. Yeah, you can have it. I'm a little mad at myself, to be honest. Look at these spreads. What is going on here? I just can't jump in on that spread. A little salty on CC. I wanted that one. Looking at AXL off the other scanner here. 870. We're gonna. Sorry, I forgot the switch. Started AXL here. Risking down there around 870. I guess if it wants to pop up here like 995, we might have to just take it, even though it's a smaller size. If it wants to just squeeze right up there. Didn't really give me a chance to add here. I actually kind of jumped in on the backside. Just watching SVMK, seeing if it wants to run a little bit more. CC doing something again? CC is actually going up towards that area. We're going to start, let me go full screen here. We're going to start CC as well. Did we get there on that? 29. Not liking the way AXL just kind of gave up. I'm also long and short at the same time here, so I need to make sure I don't mess that up. Yeah. Didn't get any kind of ads here on CC. Kind of frustrated at that. Probably going to have to just take it all off here because of that. And I'm sad that I didn't take any of that off. Should have took it all right there. See what it wants to do here at 18. I think I'm going to cut AXL here. Yeah, I'm just going to cut AXL there. I'm not liking how it's acting. I'm a little mad at how I've played CC here, to be completely honest. What did it get down to? 70? Yeah, I kind of messed this one up. I'm going to add back in here. It feels like it's getting shoved down again. That way we can at least get a little bit of size into it. Now if we get that drop down towards 70 again, we can be a little bit happier about it. Looks like we at least read the price action right on AXL there, jumping out. See if we can't get the drop here now on CC. Got our order sitting at 75. There we go. We're actually on the bid. We didn't get any fill there. There we go. Okay. We'll take that. At least we got some size there added in, so I'm a little happy with that. Man, that thing dropped straight down after that. I wasn't expecting it to drop straight through to 50, but that's okay. I'll take the winner there. Took the small loser on AXL. As you can see, we read the price action right there. Look, it wasn't acting right. We tried to let it go, see if we could get the bounce back up towards 10, but as you can see, it decided to go lower. So I feel good about reading that correctly. We also read it correctly here on CC. I was just mad at myself for how I played it. Plus, the spread wasn't that great, so it was kind of messing with us a little bit. GDDY. $82 is kind of the next resistance for this thing. It could be more like 81. Let's see. It's crazy. The spread on this is better than, well, not too much better, but CC and this have the same spread, and look at the price difference. What did this get up to? 78.40. I'd like to see the bid pop up over 78. Like maybe try high a day again here. Doesn't seem like it wants to. I might miss this one because of the spread too. I mean, look at that. It's going from 77 to 95 on the ask. Like it's nothing. MRC. It's on SSR. Man, that thing made a huge move. Look at that. Look at that gap down, and it literally just took it all back. It was like, nope, I'm not done, guys. I'm going back to where I came from. APTO. APTO has some good resistance there at 9. I'm not going to watch DDDY. The volume's kind of weird there. The spread's too much. See if we can get a pop here through 850 on APTO. Look for a starter there. Looking at the daily, looks like there's a pretty solid resistance right there. Actually, it's lower than 9. It's like 880. Go back a little bit further. Zooming in here on the daily via AXL, the one that we played earlier long. I mean, we were risking off that 870 area. Could try it again. I'd like to see it pop down towards 9. If it does, maybe we'll look to enter. Just looking for APTO to go up through 850, but it's looking like it doesn't want to. Let's come back up to here, AVXL. Looking for this thing to drop down towards 9 real quick. Volume isn't that great on this, but let's see what it wants to do. Here we go. All right, we're going to start AVXL here. If it wants to dive through 9, we'll go ahead and look to add. If not, we're going to see if it wants to use it as support. Ultimately risking off this 870 area. Yeah, Mr. Gifford, we don't have anything on CGC. We had them for a few days, but it disappeared on us. See what happens here at 9 on AXL. Yes, I am long AXL right now. I'm risking off this 870 area. We jumped in here as close to 9 as we can get. Seeing if 9 wants to hold. If not, we'll look to add through. IMGN. Trying to make a move. Like I said, we'd be looking at IMGN up near that 7 for the double top. 716 is the key spot that I found there on the daily. I saw AYX pop up there, but that thing is pricey. The spread on that thing is crazy too. It's like 40, 50 cents. Looking for IMGN to get up there towards 680. Keep saying AVMK, or they mean SVMK. That's the one that we didn't play earlier. If AVXO, the way that it's trading here, it's taking a couple minutes. It's kind of consolidating. If this wants to go through 9, I think we're going to jump out. Again, the price action is not what we would be looking for. It's good. I'm just going to go ahead and put a stop in. We definitely wouldn't be interested in this if it wants to. Actually, you know what? Because of that, let's get a little bit more size since we're so close to our stop. And then we'll go ahead and put the stop in there. So we're sitting at 907.5 for our average. We got most of our size. I'd say half of our size. But this thing just is not doing what we want it to do. As far as we were looking for this thing to kind of almost rubber band up after such a big move down. So if it wants to move up there towards like 938, it's looking like, we'll go ahead and look to jump out. So let's clear this. We'll put an order in there just in case it wants to. I guess we can put the range order in, huh? Stop. Range low 938. Get rid of this one. And good. All right. AXL was on the scanner, yeah. It was up there. It's not now. But now we're just kind of waiting for it to try to make its reversal here. See if we can't get that move back up a little bit. Here we go. IMGN, not really doing what we want. We'll go ahead and just come back up here to AXL. You can see it a little bit better. See if we can continue to squeeze a little bit towards 938. We'll be happy with that. There we go, 929. See if we can get that little bit more of a squeeze up towards 938. I don't know that we will, though. That's the problem. There we go, 32. Because this is a pretty big move back up. I'm going to take it off there, guys. It's probably a little premature on my end, but that was a pretty intense move to get up to that point, considering, like, look at these candles that it made on the way down. The odds are we're going to get some kind of a pullback before it wants to continue if it does. So if I'm wrong, but I'm going to kind of take it. I didn't like the way that this was trading after we entered it both times, so I'm just going to take what I can get there and be happy. Not going to complain. I'm actually just happy that we got to add in on both of these. Normally, I wouldn't do that, so we definitely made more than we would have normally today, especially on CC. Getting that add back down. Here we go. We're actually at a... What is this thing doing? So the next key level on CC is up at 20. See if we can't get a move through 19 here. Cars. Dang. I see where the price is on AVXL. I'm going to smack myself for that one. IMGN's not doing what we want. Let me go back over and look at it. Or wait. AXL, not AVXL. Ugh. Look at that, guys. That's what I get for being impatient. I just did not like the way it was trading, so whatever. I'm not gonna argue with it. Yes, I did make money on AXL. You should be able to see it on my screen. I mean, I guess maybe if you're on mobile, you might not be able to see it. And right now I'm up 835. I had the one small loser on AXL to start, and then we had the winner there on the second trade, and then we had the one winner for almost $20 on CC. I don't know, bud. Daddy's opening this for you. This thing was a pain in the butt. Camden? Camden? Alright. It's open. It's stuck to my finger. Here. Man, if I would have got full size on AXL there, that would have been nice. It didn't really give me a chance to get the third one, though. I mean, I guess I could have just went full size on the second ad, knowing that I was risking much less at that point, but oh well. That's a mental note. That one's going in the journal. If I feel like I hit the bottom and I'm looking for the retrace on something like that, I could just get full size right there and then just risk off the high a day like I was going to. How we doing, everybody? Everybody doing good? Yeah, yeah. A lot of people always say that to me. They're like, I can't see it on my phone," and I'm like, crap, sorry. That's why I try to stay on just one screen and not the full screen, because when I'm full screen, you probably can't see anything. Yeah, the coronavirus is kind of annoying. Excuse me. Jeez. I just loaded up that BTAI from earlier. Thing's getting crushed. Ugh, AXL. Heartbreak. Look at this thing. Now it doesn't want to stop going up. Ugh, that's a little frustrating. All the way up to 979. You know, it sucks because it really didn't give me a reason to get out. That was just me wanting to take a win, and that's not how it should be. The only time I should have possibly got out was up here, where it looks like it leveled out. But even then, I would have been like, all right, let's see what it does at 950 now, and it didn't even try it again. So that one's a bit frustrating. Hindsight's 2020, that's for sure. I will BRB. Hold on, I'll answer your questions in 1 second. Yeah, it's dying. Yeah, it's gonna return because it's out of battery. I go back and watch the stream on my desktop later if I want to see close-up. Gotcha. I'd like to see how you do the range stop again, for instance. It's actually pretty easy. But yeah, it's a pretty powerful one. I like the range stop. I'm a little mad at myself that I didn't stick to it on AXL, but I got close enough. It was such a big move up. Just in the past, usually when you get a pretty decent squeeze like that, you're going to get a pullback of some sorts before it continues, but this thing just literally kept squeezing. Nick says, what up? No school for me today, so we're going to paper trade all morning. Nice, man. Hopefully you're paper trading the open. That was where all the action was. CGC holding the level. Okay, CGC not holding after all. News was lukewarm, yeah. CC, however, yeah, it's making its move back down here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I know you're all subscribed already. You guys are awesome. But hit that like button. Maybe it'll push it out. Get some more people here for the rest of the stream. Get some engagement. Let me know how you guys are doing. Always love to talk to you guys, especially here on Friday. Don't forget Friday night live stream tonight. Speaking of which, if you guys or gals have never had a Webull account, I have something for you today. This might sound like a little bit of a sales pitch, but it's not. This is me just trying to get you free money. So I finally gave in and I became an affiliate with Webull, but not for the reasons you think. Yes, it'll help me out, but I really did it to help you guys out, because I actually looked in to see if there was a way for you guys to do this without having to need an influencer to do it, like use their links or whatever, but there's not. So I figured instead of just directing you to someone else, why not, support the channel a little bit? So I have a link down in the description, as well as I will give you the link in the chat. Let me find it real quick. So all you have to do, if you haven't had a Webull account before, you open an account. Just for opening the account, you get a stock between $2.50 up to $250 just for opening the account. And then you deposit any amount and you get a second free stock between $12 and $1,400. Now, I did this in the past. I used someone else's link. You literally do not ever have to trade, and it does not cost you any money to deposit into the account. So literally, all you have to do, make an account. You get 2 free stocks. You have to wait until, I guess, like they mature or whatever in the account, and then you can sell them and cash your money back out. So it really is that easy. You don't ever have to make a trade. There's no catches. There's nothing. This is just their way to try to get you onto the Webull platform. And I am here saying, as long as they're going to let me, I'm going to try to get you guys free money. So it's really silly not to just open up an account. I forgot I wasn't full screen there for a sec. So just to show you guys real quick, it says open an account, get your first free stock between $2.50 and $2.50 to $250. Deposit any amount, get a second free stock between $12 and $1,400. So it's literally free money. You can open the account, get these 2 free stocks. You can hold on to them if you want, or you can just sell them when it lets you and then cash the money back out. And there's no fees or anything to cash it in or deposit and cash it out, withdrawal. I did it myself just to make sure. Before I did anything with my channel and promoting this, I wanted to make sure that that was the case. So that's really all there is to it. Oh yeah, that makes me happy. Here, let me pull this down. Get back to the charts. I saw FTSI's going, but I'm pretty sure we don't have shares there. Yeah, that range on that is crap anyway. So yeah, sign up for the Webull account. It's free money, literally. You can take my word for it. I would hope you guys know that by now. But I believe it is only if you're making a new account, because you have to click on my link and then open the account. So it has to be a new account. But if maybe you opened up account in your name, open it up in your spouse's name or something like that. It's literally, you don't ever have to trade, nothing. You literally just deposit the money, and then once the stocks go through, you can sell them, and that's it, right? And cash it right back out. So you'll have, I thought it was $100 was the minimum, but that said any amount. So maybe they just have a minimum. I'm not sure. But so you just put in whatever the minimum is and then take it right back out. So you'll be without that minimum for maybe a week while that's all taking place. But then you just cash it right back out and you got yourself some free money. So I highly recommend doing that. And as long as they're going to let me do it and describe it that way, because I think that what they're looking for is for me to jump on here and say, Webull this, Webull that. And yeah, Webull is good charting and stuff like that. But I'm personally never going to use them. But hey, if they want to give out free money to my viewers, then so be it. Well, I guess if AEM can retrace a bit, might short. Let me see. Let me look at AEM here. It's on SSR, so I'm not interested, but good luck to you. Oh yeah, that makes me happy. I use Webull for free charting. I can't find the alleged replay feature. You're the research king. Think you could give it a try? Let me see. Webull replay feature. I will give it a look after I get off here, and then I'll get back to you. Uh-oh. I see my name, and they're looking for FUs. Let me, Oh, okay, I see it. Oops, hold on. I need to send them the middle finger here in the ISW chat. They were waiting for it, so I had to give it to them. Too funny. Wait, what? Just seeing if anything else wants to do anything here. Nothing's really moving, which is kind of what I expected. This Tiva was on the other scanner, but is this a lower float? It's a 1 billion float. Jeez. Interesting. Things like Tiva here, guys, when you see it has a 1 billion float, it's very hard for it to move after it finds a spot. So just keep that in mind. These aren't going to necessarily rubber band like a normal stock. We'll keep an eye on it just to see if I happen to be right in this case. I'm still scared. Sorry, I totally went away for a second. Keaton says, I'm still scared of putting my money on CMEG. Been using Webull cash account, no issue so far. Free stocks I got was Groupon 297. I haven't got the deposit bonus stock yet. Did you use somebody's account, link? Because you might, I know they were running a thing for a while where it was just, you got one just for signing up or whatever. I actually got two. One was $8, and I don't even remember what they were. I'd have to go check. But the other one was like, Snap, like Snapchat. It was $15. Thanks. It said 5.0 version would have it, but not seeing that either. I'll have to look for you, Mr. Gifford. I'm honestly considering on becoming short biased over long biased because I see the shorting entries much easier than long entries. It's very true. I didn't use a link, but this was a few weeks ago. Gotcha, Keaton. Yeah, I think you have to use a link, someone's link, to get the second free stock. I'm not sure. But Keaton can be a testament to it didn't cost you anything to deposit money, correct? And you just got the free stock for signing up, correct? So if you use my link, just like anybody else's link, it's the same thing, but it just helps my channel instead of theirs. I wasn't ever gonna get one, but when I found out that, hey, it's literally free money because I went and tested it myself. That's why I didn't do it before, because I wanted to make sure it was legit. I was like, hey, this literally is free money. You just open the account, deposit some money, get your 2 free stocks, and cash it out. It's that simple. Tim, I have a question. When CMEG rejects your order to short on SSR, it gives a message saying it rejected and also says short pending. Is this thing rejected or not? It should be rejected. If there's nothing in your order screen, it should definitely be rejected. I don't know exactly. I've never tried. I mean, the reason it's rejecting it is most likely because you can't hit the bid. You have to get filled on the ask on an SSR stock if you're going short. but it's still, I'm not sure. Again, every situation is a little different here, so I'm not sure exactly what you did. I've had the unpleasant experience of seeing a rejected order pop onto my screen a minute later. Lost huge. Well, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I mean, if it, you would see if it's an open position or if there's an order open, it would be in your order screen. That's why I always, if you look up at my scanner screen, I always keep those two windows open. So I, at all times, know if there's any orders open or if I'm in any positions. I market ordered while stock was going up. Yeah, that definitely had to be a glitch. I would have called them up and asked them. That's one other advantage I get from trading while recording. Just if there is any mistakes like that, I have it recorded. Excuse me. Sorry, I was answering some messages. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Well, you can't. That's with the SSR guys. You can't market in to an SSR stock because a market would entail that you're trying to enter in. When you hit market, if you're trying to short, it's going to try to fill you on the bid. If you're trying to go long, it's going to try to fill you on the ask. But on SSR, you can't get filled on the bid going short. You have to get filled on the ask. So when you hit market, of course, it's going to reject you. But what that's going to do when you do that, it's going to put an order in at that price on the bid. So if it goes lower, like the price goes lower and then comes back up, the price that you tried to hit the market order at, that order is probably still live and it's going to fill you on the way back up. Does that make sense? I can see how that could happen. So when you hit market order to try to get in, it rejected you, but it put an order in so that if it went lower and then came back up, you could still technically get filled on the ask as it came back up, which is what you have to do in SSR. So unless you cancel that order as it puts it in, I can see I can see how that would happen. Right. Hopefully what I just said answered that, Mr. Gifford. So when you, again, just one more time, when you hit market on an SSR stock, it's going to deny you because you can't. Let me try to do it. Well, no, I don't want to try to do it because I'm not even going to mess around with it. But so you hit the market order and it's on SSR. It's going to try to fill you on the bid, say at $10. Say it goes down below $10 and you never canceled that pending order, your order is still going to be sitting there at $10. So if it comes back up and now $10 is on the ask, it can fill you because you have to get filled on the ask on an uptick on a stock that's on SSR, like fumbling my words. And then if it keeps going, obviously that would be going against you. Well, calling them isn't going to fix the issue because the only reason you should call them is if for some reason when you hit that order and it got rejected, when it put the order in as pending, if you can't see that order, that's a problem. But if it's popping up on your order screen, then that's not going to be their fault. Wish we had shares available on FTSI. Probably would play this. Range isn't that great, but it's not bad either. We got some pretty key resistance at 2, so we'd be risking off of that. But unfortunately, we don't have any shares. Anybody else have any other questions or comments, concerns, all that good stuff? Again, don't forget about the live stream tonight. Don't forget about the whole Weeble thing. That's pretty cool. Free monies. I was definitely not short biased, John. I was one of those ones that until about 6 months into trading, I didn't even really understand how shorts worked. But the more I looked into them and the more I started paying attention to them and the more I started to trade them, the more I realized that I like them a lot more. They act so much more normal to me. It's a lot easier to kind of predict the outcome of a short. GNPX. GNPX is going a little crazy. This is that one that has that crazy blip. Oh no, this is just one that fell way down. It's making a little bit of a run. It's this resistance right here. $6 looks like it might be a pretty solid. What the heck? Oh, the white screens. I was like, what the heck is he doing? The live stream tonight is, I don't know. What do you guys want it to be about? I honestly hadn't really figured anything out. We could maybe just dive back in. I was thinking about having like an open discussion on maybe just getting your guys' input on how to make my strategy a little bit better, like trying to find the right entry size. Because I feel like, you know, the more and more I keep saying I'm like running into issues trying to figure out my entry size, the more and more I realize that I might just be a little silly because I've been getting some decent winners. Like if we look at CC real quick from today, there it goes. It almost got the 6 before the big drop there on GMPX. We could do a little bit of a Webull tour, I guess, and I can look into that for you, Mr. Gifford, trying to find that replay feature. But even on CC, the idea is for me to get 3 entries on these on pretty much every ticker, right? But I keep top ticking my first entry, so it's hard for me personally. Because I haven't really done it that often to add on the way down. As it kind of confirms that it's done. But I did that here. At least we got 1 add in, but this was still only half our position. So we made $20 on just half our position. So if I would have got the full size, now would have essentially made $40, which is amazing, right? On one trade. And that's what I need to be doing. So that's where I'm a little frustrated right now. Same thing with AXL. AXL, we didn't really like how it was acting, so we didn't decide to let this go because we cut this one knowing that it was probably going to make this move. It did. We decided to jump back in, and we only got half our size, and we only ended up making like $9 on this trade where it could have been $18. So it's a little frustrating, even taking it that early. So imagine if we would have added, and we could have just took half off here and maybe got the other half to ride up even further. So there's still some things that I need to work on as far as getting full size in these trades, but to me, it's a little hard to add into things as it's kind of squeezing in the direction I want it to, because my mind says, okay, if we're moving pretty quickly in one direction, I always say the stronger the trend, or the stronger the move, the weaker the trend. So I'm thinking we're going to get some kind of a pullback. So I really need to work on that aspect of my game. Let's check out your journal tonight too. I always find that interesting. All the cool ways to review your data. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Let me start writing this down. So we got Webull. I called CMEG. They don't know why their system gives conflicting messages. Wasn't that comforting? It definitely has something to do with, like I was describing earlier. We'll review entries, share amounts. I'll put question mark. Again, these live streams are designed to be for everybody, not just, you know, me talking to you guys. So I like this engagement. We can talk about what you guys want to talk about, as well as we can try to help each other out. You have to start somewhere. Getting 2 ads better than 1 ad. Work on your mind. Yeah, Thomas, it's so true. At least I realize I'm doing it. That right? So, and at least I forced myself to hit the add button on both of those. I did. I was like, there's no reason for me not to. So that was a good. At least that was a step in the right direction. Yeah, I know you can't mark it in because when you mark it, it's gonna grab the best bid if you're trying to short, or the best offer if you're trying to go long. So when it's SSR, you can't short the bid. You have to join the ask and get filled on an uptick. So I knew that you can't mark it into a stock that's on SSR. But what I think is happening is when you do that, it's still putting the order in there at what the bid price was. So if the bid price was $10, and then right after that, the price drops under $10, and now $10 is on the offer, you can now get filled for that order as it comes back up. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So I got Webull, review entry, share amount. I feel like I'm missing something. No, that was it. Okay. If we think of anything else, just let me know. APTO. What do we got here? Popped up on the scanners. By the time I pulled it up, it already got rejected. And look where it got rejected. Right at that line we drew in the pre-market. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully the balls get delivered tonight, so maybe I'll have one for tonight. But by the way, that guy you mentioned before, Trick Trades, he says to get in earlier. Just mark it into your trade and stop hesitating. You can always get out, but I think you do get in at a great place, Tim. Yeah, well, he also never shows live trades, so I'll say that. I also think that his giveaway that he just did was set up, but I guess we'll see if that was the case. So it's your size and exit that could use some tuning maybe, but I'm no expert, so that's all the feedback I got. Well, I appreciate that. Seriously, Mr. Gifford. Well, I definitely know my size I've been keeping lower because I'm easing back into things. But if I can't even get to full size at a lower share size, then as I increase my share size, I'm definitely going to be a little bit more hesitant because I'll be a little bit more emotional about it. So I definitely need to figure that problem out while I'm down here at this share size. Coco, I lose Canadian boyfriend. No happy Valentines, American trader boy. I'm sorry, Coco. I'm sorry to hear that. I can be your online day trader Valentine if that's such a thing. I'm sure the wife won't mind. What the heck? Oh, it's from yesterday. I was like, what? I was obviously kidding. Coco always comes in here and says pretty much the same kind of stuff. I've actually even told the wife about that. She thought it was funny. What is it? SPVE? I think it is SPVC. Yeah, or SPCE space. Yeah, it's trying. I don't have any shares on this thing, so that's a lower float too, I believe. SPCE. No, it's 53. Not too bad. We don't have any shares on it, though. I saw IMGN pop up there for a second. What is this thing doing? No, nothing. I don't know if all those likes like randomly came in, but thanks, guys. I appreciate that. It would like went from 3 to 10 all at once. Probably just didn't update earlier. It's riding good news. Gotcha. I mean, the daily on this thing is just nuts. I definitely wouldn't be going long here. I feel like it would be complete FOMO at this point. I got something in my eye. Why? What do you need circuit for? Space after the lunch hour. This Hexo is going pretty crazy. A little bit higher float. It's making a pretty good move here. Range on it sucks. We don't have any shares though. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he always does that on the live stream. He's a good guy. Jonathan's a great guy. I've actually known Jonathan pretty much, actually, since I started my channel. I actually knew him before I started my channel. We actually hang out in real life here and there. He only lives it's actually like 25 minutes away from me. Why don't you trade GMPX? GMPX that's a low float, isn't it? Oops. One news good and one no. What? Yeah, that's a good thing, Thomas. Let me switch to GMPX here. GMPX. GMP. Let me check the float on this. Pretty sure it's a lower float. I remember that was why we didn't look at it earlier. Yeah, it's 18 mil. It is in like a nice descending triangle here, though. Oh, it's starting to complete it right now. And it even had the whole dollar to use as well. Squeezed tight right there at $5, and there it goes. Descending triangle. I have no shares on this anyway, but IQ is on my top 4 today. Pins too, but trading weird. Yeah, I was actually watching pins as well. Yeah, space. That thing's making a pretty crazy move. Just went through 26. I mean, you remember what happened to Tesla. Let's go full screen here just for a sec. Actually, you know what? Let me go to the one where you can see the daily. There we go. So let's look at Tesla. Look at the daily here on Tesla. This thing basically went straight up, and then look, huge pullback, right? Let's take a look at SPCE now. Does it look familiar? The thing is, it's on good news, so if we go back to Tesla, keep a look at the daily. See if we can get rid of that first red candle. Let's see if... There we go. So look at that one, and then now, of course, it's going to kind of space me out on SPCE, but see how similar that looks? So that's all I'm trying to say is, you know, it's going to get super extended, and at some point you're going to get a pullback regardless of how good the news is. doing a pre-lunch drive. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Then Waffle City. Yeah, I hate lunchtime. That's why I stop at 11. Ultimately stopping at 12. I can't remember the last time I went till 12. I mean, a decent lunchtime pullback to the 20 MA would mean it's got to go all the way back down to 24.85. Hard to believe that can happen. Well, I don't use those moving averages, so I would trust more in VWAP than the MAs. Yeah, are you keeping track of your paper trades in the evening? Because I think you're ahead. No, I don't keep track of them. I kind of just take a mental note. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from the afternoon trades for now until we build a cushion. Just not gonna worry about them. Well, even the View app is 25.18. Yeah, but that's much more pliable. Where's your little sidekick today? I don't hear him. It's because he's being good. I have a box that I bought to ship something, and it got returned. So now I just have the empty box. And he's just playing on it. He also has a stamp that my wife, for some silly reason, gave to him this morning. And he's just stamping everything, and it's getting all over the place. Up $28, man. Nice. You can get a burger, but no fries after commissions. I love it. One day, man. One day that'll be 280, and then I can buy everybody burgers after commissions. That thing's annoying. We have no issues here at Hindsight Capital Management LLC. We see the future by viewing the past. I love it. Oh, you guys crack me up. Camden, no. You don't do that to the vacuum. Hey, no. Don't smile. Camden, you're doing it on purpose. No. Looks like he got some stamp on his face. Ow. Just like punched my microphone with my knuckle. Hurt. How much are you trading with? Well, I used, let's pull this down. What chart am I on? I used on AXL was the first trade I started. I took 15 shares, ended up cutting that one. I started CC with 25 shares, and then I added 25 shares. So I made 20 bucks on just 50 shares. And then the second time around on AXL, I used 25 and 25, so I only used 50 shares on that as well. So I'm really not using that many shares. So to make, 28 bucks or whatever, that's really not that bad. No, at no point today did I risk more than I made. I made way more than I ever risked on both of those trades, which is a huge plus. If you can do that every day, you're good to go. I'm just generally super excited to be back to where I am now simply because I have so much more knowledge this time around, and I have so much more of a thought process of what I want to do while I'm in a trade. And the fact that I learned that you don't need to be risking more money than you really have to, it's been an eye-opener. It's been pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Stopped out at IMGN this morning, minus 48. No fries for me either. Whenever I see SPCE, I think it's Spice. Tune reference. Like Scary Spice? Spice Girls? By the way, check out what it's doing now. It's trying to pull back to that VWAP that we were talking about. My thoughts are it's going to try to stop right here at 2550 though, because it was a previous resistance. If it goes through 2550, it's going to probably shoot right down to VWAP. I'll tell you that right now. But it'll probably try to bounce right here. Use this previous resistance as support, especially because it's a stronger stock. Yep, there it goes, bouncing right off that area. You're Scary Spice? Uh-oh. Dang, I just realized it's 11 o'clock. I was hooked on that Spice. She's still on AGT, America's Got Talent. I don't really watch. Excuse me. I don't really watch that anymore. I used to watch it all the time. I think she's still on there. I don't even know if she is, to be honest. Dude, short position, full margin. Let's get Camden's college fund started this morning. You know. Always stay within your means. I probably could risk a little bit more. I could be risking around 1% of my account. But I just choose to not do that. Just because I want, like I said, if I can get to the point, I could have made my quota today of $50. I could have, if I would have got max size on both of my positions. So if I can't even get max position at this smaller share size, then I need to do that first, right? Before I even think about moving up. I need to be able to play each stock the exact way that I want to be playing it, and I need to be doing it constantly and consistently. So until I can do that, there's no reason for me to move up just yet. Speaking of which, while you guys are still here, let's go ahead and transfer the trades over into the journal. And then I'm actually going to get out of here. Again, don't forget about the live stream tonight. If you weren't here earlier for the Webull discussion, crap, it's not letting me. Here it is. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if you use my link, again, real quick, you guys don't have to make a single trade. All you have to do is click the link, make an account, you get a free stock right then and there. Let me pull it over to show you. So open an account, get first free stock between $2.50 up to $250. And then all you have to do is deposit any amount. It doesn't cost you anything to deposit. You get a second free stock between $12 and $1,400. So it's, why wouldn't you take a chance of getting over $1,000, $1,650? Like, you potentially could get that much if you're that lucky and win the lottery. I checked this out and did it myself before I decided to tell you guys about it, because I wanted to make sure it was legit, and it is. You open an account, you get 2 free stocks, and you can literally close it out without ever making a trade. It's free money. So it'd be silly of you not to do it. That's all I'm going to say. So real quick, export, go to the trades folder, feb14.csv, pull over the journal, go up to add trade, browse, find the trades folder, feb14, open, import trades, should be 3. Yes, there they are. Go back over, jump in, add our conditions real quick. I'm going to add the charts a little bit later. So 2 entries, 112 was the idea. Followed the plan. Set to go on that one. CC. Also 2 entries. 112 was the idea. Followed the plan. The first trade on AXL was basically a break-even loser. This was only 1 entry. 112 was the idea. It just didn't work, and we followed the plan. Go back over here. Let's go to the overview. See how we've been doing since we switched back over. And we are starting to make our way back up. Look at that. Love it. So, pretty happy that we are somewhat finding a little bit of a groove going. And that's all I got for today. So don't forget to like, guys. Appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Addedly, what's going on, man? Sting is selling his still suit. What? Still, I never really watched wrestling. That's from wrestling, right? Sting. I don't know. If not, I'm sorry. Got his ass, didn't get full size. Yeah. How can you say follow plan if you didn't get max size? I'm talking about following the plan as far as my entries and exits. Like as far as the price that I was looking to get out at. But yeah, I guess you're kind of right that I didn't follow my plan. All right, Thomas. We'll talk about that tonight. We shall talk about that tonight. Oh, the Dune. Okay. Sorry. Mr. Gifford just got super excited. You're right. I do remember that now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys can continue to talk here for a second. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to start making lunch for the little one. I'm actually going to try to lay him down since he's not going to get a nap later. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them on the video that I post a little bit later of the trades. And I'll see you guys tonight for the Friday night live stream. Peace.